Hey guys, we are today with the razor I showed you on the last video that I polished from a very rusty oxidated blade. As you can see, very shiny now. So it's a square nose, as you can see, and it's a Lion Razor Works from Germany. And if you have any info, data about this razor, I'll be glad to get them because I didn't find any. Oh, here is a cool tool I received from Poland actually. Someone made that for me. Very handy. You can see different parts of the razor. You can measure the blade. You can see the different Asano Nagura, and you can see the size. So this one, for example, is a 6/8. You see, very handy. Got that from this guy. You can see his detail here. I don't know if he's selling anymore, but I found that very cool and to have. Here is the bevel, if we can call it a bevel, just to have a quick look at the health, and it's not looking too great, I have to say. If you look at the blade, it's been pinched literally everywhere with the rust. So I'm not sure we'll be able to arrive to a very clean and flat edge. Let's see if we can make it shave ready. So as usual, we're gonna start by putting some tape to protect the spine. I'm gonna use my marker to make sure that the blade is perfectly flat and there is no geometry issue. And we're gonna use the Atoma 600 to check that and create our bevel. All right, so just to make sure that the marker goes away, we will just do few flat back and forward stroke, and yeah, that's it. It looks good. So as you can see, the blade on the heel is slightly smiling, if I can say. So we will probably have to play a little bit with the wrist and to make sure that the heel is worked properly and has the correct edge. All right, so as usual, I'm starting by back and forward, and then I'm always finishing with the X strokes. So let's have a look at the microscope. Now, so far it's not too bad, to be honest. I was expecting much worse. We might, oh yeah, that's it. We have some pinch from the rust. We won't be able to remove them fully, unfortunately. Some of them are very close to the edge. And there's nothing really we can do except grinding more and more the blade, but that will reduce the size of the blade considerably, so I don't really want to do that. All right, look, it's not too bad looking at the start of the blade. Now we're gonna move to the Naniva 1K. It's a great stone generating a very thick slurry that can be used straight after the diamond stone. So again, a bit of water on top of it, like so. And we're gonna use the same diamond stone previously rinsed to generate a slurry. Don't need to go too hard on this one or too long because the slurry will become very thick. You don't want that. And again, at this stage, we just do some back and forwards, and then we move to the X strokes just to rebalance the bevel. And the cool thing also with the slurry is you can see the quality of your move. The slurry needs to follow the blade. If the slurry goes under the blade, your wrist is not positioned correctly, or the blade is not. So as you see, I had to change the tape because it got used. So as soon as the tape is damaged, you need to change it. Now let's have a look. Look at that. For 1K edge, it's not bad at all. There is no dent. That's already better than some other blades. Look, you still see the little pinches of rust. We should be okay, to be fair. We should be okay. Yeah, it's not looking bad at all, looking at the beginning of the start. It might not be a competition edge, but should be fine. Now, I moved after that to the Shapton 5K. You know the drill, so I will not show you the full session on the 5K. Exactly the same way as with the 1K, so a bit of water, then I use the diamond stone to generate a slurry, and then I move to the Nakayama, the JNAT, the LV5++. And with that, we will use the different slurry stones, so the Asano Nagura stones, and then the Tomo Nagura. So we're gonna start with the usual, which is a little bit of water on top of the stone. And the first Asano Nagura, which is the Asano Nagura Tenju. It's easy to spot the Tenju because if you look at the logo on the left, bottom left, you see a little inverted T. That's the way to recognize it. If you don't know how to read Japanese, obviously. We're gonna create a slurry, not too thick, just enough, and bring it towards us. That's it. And at this stage, only X strokes, no more back and forward. Okay, you can use two hands, you can use one hand, it doesn't matter. The most important is to have the right move and to apply the correct pressure. Not too much and not too little. And just a quick reminder with your stones, make sure that you store your stones with a box that has holes or anything outside, outside, indoor, but obviously outside the box to make sure that the water goes away quickly. Okay, look at this edge. That's a very cool edge, to be honest. Very cool edge. It's nice. I mean, you couldn't hope for better with the starting point you had. Really cool edge. So at the end of the day, we might get each shape ready. Now, I won't show you in detail the other steps, but I'll show you which zones. Same. So we move then to the Asano Nagura Mejiro. So the Tenju was 7 to 8K. This one is between 9 to 10K, I would say. And then I move to the Koma. The Koma is more on 12K. Now, let me tell you a bit about the Koma. I had a shock when I looked online at the price of the Koma. The price went up a lot, by a lot. So a stone this size now, you have to count on 200 euros to find a Koma, a pure Koma. So careful, you can find some Komas which I call counterfeit. They're not the true one. They have dots, black dots on it. They're not as pure and they don't work as much. I have a video on that if you're interested to know more. So make sure that if you want to get a Koma, get one which is pure white. And from, I would say, trusted retailer or seller. And then the last one, I use Tomo Nagura, and this one will be also a Nakayama, but a Kita. So the Kita has a slightly different color than mine. Mine is more greenish, and this one is more yellowish. So we'll be at with this very thin slurry, we'll be at around 15K grit. Again, no pressure. You don't want to leave any big particles that will break your edge at this stage. And few strokes, just take strokes. We'll play a little bit with the wrist just to make sure that the heel is properly covered. And that's it. And we will be crossing our fingers to hope that basically this edge will be shave ready. How does it look? Well, this is the final edge. So, look at that. When you see the starting point where it was fully rusty, pinched everywhere, this is not too bad. It's not a perfect edge. It's not perfect. You can see still some little holes, but hopefully we shouldn't feel it too much while shaving. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, all right, that looks good. So now look, again, when you saw that the razor at first, even on the first video, it was quite badly rusted, full of oxidation. it's been polished, it's been basically honed through different stones. So now we'll try a quick hanging hair test. Well, there's no sound, that's the first thing. Strange here. I mean, it's not a full hollow for sure, but well, the test is working. Like, clearly it's cutting the hair nicely, but no sound. So the next step for me will be to do a shaving test, and that will be the next video in few days. I will wait to get probably a 2 days beer, and we will do a shaving video with this one and see how it shave. Hope you liked the video. If you did, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you guys, see you soon, bye bye.